Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am Amit Kaushik, Chief Marketing Officer, Altec Group. I welcome you all to our Global Economy and Graphite Electrode Industry July 2023 Outlook podcast. IMF is out with a new July 2023 World Economic Outlook. It says the forecast for 2023 is modestly higher than predicted in the April 2023 World Economic Outlook. Global growth is estimated to fall to 3.5% in 2022 to 3% in both 2023 and 2024. Global headline inflation is expected to drop from 8.7% in 2022 to 6.8% in 2023 and 5.2% in 2024. The resolution of the US debt ceiling standoff and strong action by the authorities to contain turbulence in US and Swiss banking reduced the immediate risk of the financial sector. China's recovery could be slow as a result of unresolved real estate problem. Inflation could fall faster than expected, reducing the need for tighter monetary policy, and domestic demand could again prove more resilient. Let us see the forces shaping the IMF outlook. The fight against inflation continues. Acute stress in the banking sector has reduced, but credit availability is tight. Following a reopening boost, China's recovery is losing steam, growth slowing with shifting composition. Risks to the outlook are the inflation persists, financial markets reprice, China's recovery underperforms, debt distress increases, geo-economic fragmentation deepens. Looking at the Brent crude oil futures, we see that the futures rose above US dollar 86 to a 6-month high of US dollar 88 as the investors assess the global economy, interest rates, and the International Energy Agency IEA and OPEC, Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, outlooks. The IEA signaled potential decline in worldwide oil stockpiles throughout 2023. The prices for 63.5% iron ore content for delivery in Tianjin fell below US dollar 104 in August, the lowest since last May, as piling inventories coincided with concern of low demand. The Newcastle futures for steam coal traded near a 2-year low of US dollar 130, driven by concerns of oversupply from India and Indonesia, despite rising demand from China. The HRC steel increased $6 per ton since the beginning of 2023, which is 0.81%. The nickel futures rose above US dollar 21,000 amid low inventories and hopes for increased demand. China pledged to roll out more measures to support the construction sector, thus lifting the demand for the commodity. China's aluminium imports increased by 10.7% compared to the previous year, driven by low domestic supply resulting from power cuts and reduced rainfall. In the meantime, the domestic aluminium production only rose by 3.4%. The copper futures sank to the US dollar 3.7 per pound level in August, the lowest in over 1 month, as new data magnifies concerns over China's economic recovery and further paired the outlook for base metal. The lead decreased 204.5 US dollar per metric ton or 8.7% since the beginning of 2023. Zinc prices have been easing towards US dollar 2,400 per metric ton, their lowest since July 21st, 2023, as mounting concerns over the slow recovery in top buyer China weighs on the prospects for the demand. Let us come to ferroalloys. Indian silico-manganese producers attempted to raise offers following 2 months of decline, given the price hike in semi-finished steel and expectation of supply shortage in the local market. Indian silicon 70% prices increased by US dollar approximately 24 US dollars, which is about Indian rupees 2000 per ton, week on week after remaining under pressure for the past several weeks. The improvement may be attributed to growing domestic stainless steel demand and a gradual shift in market sentiments. Let's look at the World Shipping Index. The rates in the last couple of months have stabilized and stopped falling, where the steeply declining, which were steeply declining for the last 1 year. Global trade slipped into contraction at the end of 2022 following the rationalization of piled up inventories and the economic and industrial stagnation in the US and Europe. Global trade has also entered a period of lower growth due to political concerns, protectionism, and supply chain reconsiderations. Growth is therefore set to remain low in 2024, and this means that shipping tonnage is also under pressure. Let's take a glance at global crude steel production. World crude steel production dropped by 1.1% year on year in the period January to June 2023, basically H1 2023. Africa and Middle East regions have shown positive growth. Asia and Oceania also grew slightly by 0.7% year over year for this period of January to June 2023. Taking a look at the top 10 crude steel producing countries, amongst these top 10, India and China's steel production continues to increase. Now let's look at the prices of the main raw material needle coke for the production of graphite electrode. The prices have for this needle coke have observed an upward movement from July 2023. As far as graphite electrode prices are concerned, the trend is seen to be competitive pricing and currently and stabilized in August 2023, but is expected to see some movement in the coming months upwards. This brings us to the end of this edition of the podcast. We will connect to you next month with a new edition of the global economy and graphite electrode outlook. Thank you very much.